Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here, doing an individual zodiac sign reading. This one's for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node. I did a reading last night. Very clearly the message said, if you do not put your natural, time-tested, true, comedic genius infusion in each one of your videos from this point forward, I am pausing all of the success that you might have thus far. Period. I was like, okay, Spirit, whatever you say, I'm taking your words of advice because you haven't led me far, astray this, you haven't, Spirit's not put me on a bad course at all. Even when I thought were bad courses, all gold. Thank you for putting me in the depths of my own emotional despair so that I could climb out and recognize my own light and put that on the world like my new flair of comedic genius in my readings I'm doing for you. Capricorn, I hope you do enjoy. I'm hilarious, mind you, so don't be scared about, me being funny during the videos. It's just something that I have to do. I just sounded like complete Ned Flanders. Necessarily do. Whatever. It came through. I liked the Simpsons until I recognized how completely corporate and overblown that cartoon is. I quit watching TV like 5 years ago, so yeah. You're not going to get a lot of pop media references all on my comedic splendor. It's just a lot of completely, tactily delivered zingers, witty comebacks, and the sparkling, energetic laughs and snickers that come from having just my personality present in all that I do. It's amazing. I've been doing this all my life. Again, I'm in this natural. Anyways, so Capricorn, I'm doing this video for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node. Your heart will guide you as a resonating factor towards its receiving of the message for you. I worded that really weird. It doesn't really matter. It's all coming through this message as I lay it. I'm not doing any edits. I'm putting them out there. You're welcome. Spirit, what messages do we have from Capricorn? Right? Yeah. Spirit, what messages are for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, the goat fish of the zodiac. Still really kind of unaware what a goat fish is, but hey, it works. And Spirit, I thank you so eagerly, so willingly and humbly for all of the effort that you do in my life. And our joint effort is making big things happen, baby. Big things happen, baby. Alright, so I'm doing a little splitty split. Current energy for Capricorn, Ace of Rods. Whoa. God said, here's the stick, Cap. Keep going. You said, okay. Temperance. This is a spiritual alignment that you're finding this willingness, eagerness, and motivation to be something fresh, new, and exciting. You've healed. You've taken time to heal. Be patient with yourself. Uncover what this means for you and as your energetic expression forward. In spiritual energy. Queen of Swords in your heart space. Along with the Three of Cups in your heart space. Cutting out bullshit. Relieving yourself of the stresses that third-party situations, if you're in relationships and you're being cheated on, gossiping, busybodies. I see these three girls on the Morgan Greer, and so often they just remind me of these girls who have nothing better to do. Like, don't you go learn something? Read a book. I just want to yell at them. Like, they kind of look like my aunts and my mom. It's kind of weird, like when they were younger. But they have strong favors, as a cartoon drawing would, to the three women that are in my life as my mother and aunts. Weird! I don't like it when they're staring at me like that. It's kind of creepy. However, and then I'm an Aquarius, so the Queen of Swords energy is like right here staring at me like. Anywho, back to you, Capricorn. This is cutting out the bullshit when it comes to third-party situations, gossiping, busybody-natured people who you are finally recognizing are serving no real valuable purpose in what you are and how that gets expressed into the collective. This is big moves. Ten of Cups comes with a possible outcome because you are recognizing your emotional fulfillment and satiation is very important. So important that you will cut these hoes out if they continue their shenanigans and foolishness. Why are they being like that? Like, you do not have to talk about people who aren't present. You really don't. It is not a necessity of being human. No. Is the person here to defend their situation? Good, bad, right, wrong, and different? No. Then don't fucking talk about them. Simple. I sit around and I 60, 70-year-old woman engaged in nothing but gossiping. And I get exhausted by being present for it, even though I'm not physically engaged in it, and I'm trying to energetically remove myself, but you kind of can't help but overhear sometimes if you're outside smoking a cigarette and people are having a conversation. You're like, are you kidding me? Why is it everywhere I go, people have nothing better to do than talk about people who are not there to interject their position on the situation? And again, I don't even care if you're trying to say a positive story that involves somebody not present. Maybe that story is not for you to tell about them, and they're not there to add that part. Your view is not the person who's involved's view, or anybody else that's not present's involved view. So excluding anyone from the conversation is simply a lack of creativeness, a boredom from a level of laziness that you are feeling, and I do not engage in it. And this is a Capricorn that says, I don't engage in it either. Thank you very much. Now, the Ten of Cups in your possible outcome, along with this Seven of Wands, is definitely recognizing that if you are going to be cutting out this kind of energy from your heart space because it resonates at a level that keeps you very low and hard to find an emotional motivation to align yourself with divine actions in your life and move forward, when this is still sitting there in a residual goo in your heart space. There's a memory that happens from a healing that needs to take place. So recognition of the Ten of Cups as your possible outcome, where you're putting your eye on your prize and being very defensive. Like, I am defending this right to peace and happiness in all that I can, sustain in my emotional fulfillment. So much so that I will take an MFR down if you come at me with that craziness. I just walked through this with them other hoes. I'm not walking through it with you. I will fight you with a stick. You see me, girl? I will fight you down. I like it. I think it shows great character and moving from an energy that will keep you very emotionally sick. There's an emotional sickness that comes from sitting talking about people who aren't present. That when it's a very innocent thing you think you're doing, you're not. There's a psychological, disconnect that's going on when people are constantly gossiping about other people. It's just not cool. There's no purpose in it, and to stop yourself from doing it leaves you to have lots of time where you can learn something about yourself, and then you can just talk about the things that you know and do and have and are involved in, not somebody else's busybody. I have a family very rich in this. Underlying energy is Chariot, Cap. You are balancing this energy so fulfilledly through the energy of Temperance. Michael's coming through and offering the guidance you need to energetically heal from some emotional, crap. Things that you ignored in your past, probably due to people you were very close to who did this, and thinking it's okay, but then recognizing something is causing me to feel bad, and I think it might be all the gossiping. I'm cutting it out. There's that imprint that it leaves because you've kind of spent so long involving your energy into talking about people not there. How very vapid, there's an emotional blankness that comes from speaking about people not able to be present and put their interjection in on what the event is. If they did it, they were there, they had some sort of involvement in whatever it is that you're sharing and gossiping about, they should be able to be there to have their side interjected. Nobody will recollect any events as they truly are. I have no faith in anybody I've heard give their account of an event. It is the craziest thing hearing people who are first-hand witnesses to something that happened and are so off base. Like, woman the other day on a bus driver tried to describe this guy that kind of had assaulted her, and she was like, dude was 45 or 50. He was no older than 35. I mean, she described him so completely, like, way off from what I saw as a young homeless white guy in complete black clothing. The fact that she described some dude that wasn't what I saw. And I was sitting right next to him on a bench for a minute. And then he got up and was like, mouthing with her. And then the cop showed up and she's like, he looked like da-da-da-da-da. And I looked at her and said, he was not that old. I was older than that dude. He just was homeless and kind of gruffy looking. And was wearing all black. Like coat and pants, all this, covered in head to toe in nothing but black clothing. It was cold that night. But still, I was just like, you thought, like, the things that she was expressing to that police officer about this man's description was not anywhere close to what I saw in the man that was sitting eating donuts and being a dick. It was weird. So that's just one example of my faith in people's recollections of what factually happened as being so far from what actually happened. So to do that is not an exercise in an innocent pastime. No, it's an expression of how you play the telephone game and put your lies into other people's ears by simply recognizing that this is a flawed thing that humans do. It's not really a bad thing. It's just something that when you avoid doing it, you no longer have that bad thing to put on your conscience. You're not putting lies out about people because you recognize other people are bad eyewitnesses. That means I'm a bad eyewitness. So I'm going to stop being a gossiper and being involved in that kind of energy. It sucks. It drags you into cycles that you don't want to be in and are hard to pull out of. Especially energetic cycles like this where it's been in your family for so long. Oh yes, the gossiping church ladies. So innocent, so doing what they do on a Sunday afternoon. No, them women are old biddies. Stay the hell away from them. They have a sense of superiority that comes from not God. So remove yourself from that energy at all costs and heal from it as best as you can in any way you can. You have Michael right here with you in current energy offering you this motivation to get out of it. And it's coming from honest cutting away of bullshit and being completely serious with yourself and honest with your heart that this needs to go, and I'm willing to take out anybody who will get in my way for it. That Chariot is a balanced energy, again, spiritually driving you to a new place. Nine of Cups is the next energy, so there's your emotional balance and fulfillment. So what you want in those Nine of Cups, bam, or the Ten of Cups, is offered through spiritual alignment right here in this underlying energy. And you'll come out like the Emperor when you're done doing all this. Why? Because you're boss. And that's how Capricorns roll. We take something that we don't like. I'm not a Capricorn. I do have a Capricorn. My Venus is in Capricorn. But still, Capricorns are very, I will get this done no matter what. My brother's a Capricorn. And like I said, I have my Venus in Capricorn. But the energy of a Capricorn is, it requires very little thought to get whatever my goal is accomplished. And when you have something like this on mine, your Ten of Cups, sitting through a progression, Nine of Cups, God's on your side, you recognize that and you're taking it very seriously because there's no reason not to. You're tired of hurting people and being another energetic byproduct of this. Bleh. So, good job. You are moving out of this to bigger, better, and higher places that God alignment will have for you. The Emperor energy is, it doesn't matter what you say, I'm doing it my way, because your way in the past has got me bad results. Emperor energy says, I'm moving forward with or without you, baby. Bye. Not doing this no more. It sucks. My way or the highway. And the Chariot's definitely sitting on a spiritual highway. So, well done job of recognizing the cycle that needs to be ended and going about doing it right with God in your hand in God's. So, Hope this helped, Cap. See you next time. Adios.